remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Got his target, Samuel. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big third down play there for the Panthers. 45 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, here's Breeze. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
14. 2. Got it.
Breeze to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Got it.
Now, Breeze again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Hill, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz now to kick this one away. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around him.
Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On the ground, McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Set. 180.
Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ready? Blue 80. 21. Ready? Let's check.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. A very solid gain of 27.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st down, Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Breeze. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And off the crossbar. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And Ginn's got it. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Benjamin Watson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Lutz now to kick this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Panthers. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
180. 133.
On 1st down, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he lost the football. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Operating from the gun, Newton. Demario Davis not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come, letting one go deep for the end zone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie things at 17 all. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Breeze now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Breeze now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
Got it. 21.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Kill.
Again, it's Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Over. 11. Got it.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watson. And a nice gain of 21 yards. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Luke Kuechly. Coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guy's going downfield to catch the ball. They've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
12.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Now Newton. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Throwing now is Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. They'll run it with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And Lutz puts this one through. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more